This is Module 11 of the Value Finding Module Series. I'm Doug Maitland. I'm with the ODOT Office of Real Estate. And in this module, this is the last module of the case study, and we will be filling out the Value Finding Appraisal Report. So first, some disclosures. This case study is based on an actual appraisal, an actual parcel series, and an actual project. It is somewhat dated because the project needed time to close out for any appropriations to be finalized. Many of the facts about this property are actual, but some have been modified for the purpose of this case study. The Value Finding Appraisal Report in this case study was not used for the project and has been developed solely to illustrate how a parcel is analyzed, to determine valuation complexity, and how compensation estimate is developed. Units of value, allocation to the part taken, and compensation estimate may not reflect the appraisal or negotiations of what actually occurred on the project. And finally, the purpose of this case study is to show you how to fill in the form. There's going to be a lot of reading. Some of it might be boring, but nonetheless, it's important to understand the appraisal report. For this case study, this Value Finding Appraisal Report estimates compensation for the property owner for the acquisition of parcel series 1WD and 1T that are required for the Butler 7013.05 project. And now, filling out the value finding form based on the previous modules in this module series. So what we're looking at right now is page 1 of the Value Finding Appraisal Report. Almost everything on this page is going to be auto-populated from the other pages of the VF template. Only the top right of the value finding is filled in by the appraiser. And that top right is right there. It's county route section, so it's Butler 7313.05. Parcel is 1WD and T, and the PID is 102059. The purpose and FMVE. I just want to go over this again. It is very important to understand what this value finding is about. The purpose of this appraisal report is to estimate compensation for the land taken, the contributory value of any site improvements taken, and for any temporary easements needed for construction of the highway improvement. The compensation estimate, once approved by the acquiring agency, established fair market value estimate, FMVE. This appraisal report has been developed in compliance with USPAP, Section 5501, 2-506, Paragraph C of the Ohio Administrative Code, and 49 CFR Part 24. The Value Finding Appraisal Report is used when the acquisition of property rights needed for a highway project is a partial take, and it is apparent that taking creates an uncomplicated valuation problem with no damages to the resident property, and the estimated compensation is $65,000 or less. Nominal cost to cure may be considered in the compensation estimate. The appraiser considers the whole property as a vacant site before the taking, ignoring any influence of the project, and estimates the unit value of this whole and allocates this unit of value to the land taken, and estimates the contributory value of minor site improvements within the take area. The next slide is going to show what page 1 looks like when the value finding is completed and this page was auto-populated from other information throughout the report. So here's the next page. And you can see how the auto-population works. Summary of compensation, all the numbers are there with a total estimated compensation of $39,744. Summary of salient facts. Pertinent information is there, a summary of the takings, and there was a bleed over from page 1 to page 2 because there's a lot of information. On the second page is a summary of the effect of the takings on the residue property with the appraiser's conclusion of the fair market value as of January 8, 2019 of $39,744. It's time for a knowledge check.